I'm here in Pineville, Louisiana at the Fort Bulow and Randolph historic site, and this is the Red River. Now in 1864, April of 1864, the Union was suffering a disastrous campaign on the Red River under General Nathaniel Banks and the Navy fleet under Admiral David Porter, his Red River flotilla. So they were retreating after the battles of Mansfield back here to Alexandria across the river, Louisiana, and they were running short on supplies. They were being harassed by General Richard Taylor's Confederate forces, and they need to get out of here. They need to get back to New Orleans, back to the Mississippi River, to safety, to relative safety. But they ran into a problem. This Red River had fallen in late April of 1864. It had fallen 6 feet, to the depth was only 4 feet 3 inches. Admiral Porter needed at least 7 feet of water to float his vessels down this river. And they were in a desperate situation with dire consequences if they couldn't figure something out. It was then that Lieutenant Colonel Joseph Bailey, an engineer by trade, proposed building a wing dam here in this vicinity where the river was about 758 feet wide. He proposed building this wing dam. Both Banks and Porter thought this was a bad idea or didn't think it would work. Not a bad idea, but they didn't have any other options. So they gave him the green light to go ahead and construct this wing dam of logs and other materials they used to build up the water levels. And he built two, and it actually worked. It raised the river to the appropriate height, to the needed height for the vessels, the needed depth, that is, to get the vessels through, and they got through barely. But it was a miraculous feat of engineering, and done in 8 days. Using 3,000 soldiers in 8 days, they were able to dam this portion of the Red River and effectively save the Union Navy from catastrophe. Afterwards, Bailey was presented with a $700 sword from Admiral Porter for gratitude. He was recognized by the U.S. Congress for his contribution to the Union war effort, and he was promoted to general. And that's the rank he held the following year when he came to Mobile, Alabama for the Mobile campaign. And in Mobile, he built Stark's Wharf in present day, off the banks of present day Daphne, Alabama. Also did that in a short period of time, and that became the supply depot for the Union forces while they besieged both Spanish Fort and Fort Blakely. That's where they brought in munitions, artillery pieces. Also, they brought in and out the wounded. So Bailey was responsible for that as well. But Joseph Bailey, after the war, became a sheriff in Missouri. He was in the process of apprehending some not cattle, but hog thieves, and the perpetrators killed him. And they never found the people that murdered him, and that was a sad ending to an otherwise brilliant career that he gained fame from, particularly here on the Red River near Pineville, Louisiana.